Hello. Ooh, got more people coming in. Oh, I'm cold. Why am I cold? I feel like an old man. I'm cold. Okay. Does anyone have any questions for me? Anything? Anything? Any questions? Right. I saw Chris is here. Chris, you're in the house? Where's Chris? Should be here. Chris. Uh-oh. I think I'm bad. I think oops. There were two people in here and I think I banned them from being in class. Oops. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. They're here. Okay. So no one has questions? You guys are good so far? Ooh, I heard that. What was that? Okay, I'm gonna send you guys something on the chat. These documents that we're gonna do today. I can find it. And tell me if you got it. There's one. When you get it, save it to your computer, print it. Did everyone get something on the chat? Yeah. Someone said yeah. 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 And the other one is desktop. Okay, and there's another one, hypothesis statements. Hypothesis. Someone left. So I sent two attachments on the chat. Please save and print, or print and save. Save and print, print and save. Excellent. Boom, gotcha. Okay, so we're gonna do something interesting today. This is probably the last, well, second to the last chapter. There's only two sections. We gotta do 8.2 and 8.3, but we gotta go through 8.1. So we're gonna cover the topic. This is section 8.1. It's called hypothesis testing. Have you ever heard of hypothesis testing before? Usually it's used in the sciences like biology, where they're testing to see whether genes of an individual, is there this abnormality among the genes, or they want to know whether the family is going to be passing down, a sickness to generations. So it's mainly used in that field. It's also used in the criminal justice department. You guys see there's a lot of stuff going on, right, with the trials and so forth of the events that occurred this past year, right? So they use that a lot in that field. So do you guys like watching those shows, like the Law and Order, CSI? You don't watch those shows? No one's interested in those law shows? Does anyone know what a TV is? Yeah. All right. So that's what it's used for. All right. So I'm going to warn you now. So I don't want you, please do not follow the steps in the textbook. Right? Do not follow the steps in other websites. Okay? Why? Because they do it graduate level. The levels that they do is graduate level. Teaching those mentioned is graduate level stats. All right, so you're gonna have to follow my steps. Follow these. We do in class. Who's that? All right, you gotta follow our steps. Don't follow the book. Every semester, I get a student and they do exactly what the book does. No, you don't follow the book. You do it our way. It's easier. You can understand it much better than how these two do it. You can get a better grasp of what we're doing when we do our steps. Why? Because we use StatDisk. StatDisk will compute most of the stuff that we have to do. All we have to do, the hard part is like we did in chapter 7. You're going to have to go to the problem. You're going to have to extract that information that's given and then put it on paper and then enter it in StatDisk, and then you have to interpret it. And that's what that guide is that I just sent. Oh, I don't think Savannah got it. Oops. This handout, you're gonna need this one, and that's the main one. The other one's gonna be practice. Okay, hold on, Savannah. I'm gonna send you the link because I think you came in late. Hold on, let me. Oh, Savannah. Where is it at? Okay, Savannah, get ready. Here it comes.
Thank you, sir.
That'll be $50, ma'am.
Cash App or PayPal?
I will take Chuck E. Cheese coins, tokens. Or HB Buddy Bucks.
I got it.
How about HB Buddy Bucks? How's that? I'm sure everyone has HB Buddy Bucks. My son has like, when he was young, he collected them. He has like, I don't know, I'm not kidding, about 1,000 of them. 1,000 of them. Though if that was currency, we would be rich. Oh, the other one. I gotta send you the other one, Savannah. Hypothesis. Okay, there you go. All right. So let me give you the definition of what is a hypothesis. What is a hypothesis? Well, a hypothesis, hypothesis, I call it hypothesis. Hypothesis, you've heard people say it is an educated guess. You've heard that before. Right. And the actual definition of it is it is a claim or statement made about a property of a population. That's what a hypothesis is. And what we're going to do is we're going to prove that statement, whether it's true or false. So a hypothesis test, hypothesis test is a procedure. Oh, I misspelled procedures. Proceed and procedure, two different words. One has two E's, the other has one. Procedure for testing a claim made. Okay. So it's a procedure, all right? There are steps. There will be 5 steps in creating a hypothesis test. There are 5 steps. I'm going to put that here. Reset. Reset. There are 5 steps. Hypothesis test. And we can run them down. Let me give you the steps. So number 1 is called the hypothesis statements. There are 2 of them. Statements. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is listing of the stat items given in the problem and entering into StatDisk. Three is have that disk, not state disk, analyze and writing down the results. So that's that. Or 4 is, what is 4? Oh. Using a method to compute the simple conclusion. Use a formula. And then 5 is determining the final conclusion. Determining and reporting. The final conclusion. I was going to put final countdown. Remember that song, Final Countdown? Final Countdown? Anyone remember it? Anyone want to sing it? I think Chris wants to sing it. Come on, Chris, sing it. Final Countdown. I think he's asleep. Wake up, Chris. Dang it.
I'm up, sir. I just never heard that song.
What? No, you never heard of Final Countdown? What? You listen to Conjunto? Is that what you listen to? You listen to rap, reggae music, or you listen to pop? Oh, that's right. You're Taylor Swift fan. I'm kidding. All right. So those are the steps. But it seems it seems like a lot, right? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to warn you guys. When we do one, and you guys can time it. Okay? When we do one problem, it'll take about 15 to 20 minutes just to do one problem. You're like, what? Right. Well, the reason why it takes so long is so that I can show you step by step how the procedure works. But once you figure out the pattern on how this system works, you'll pick up speed. It takes at most 5 minutes to do one problem. You'll pick up speed, but for one, it'll take about 20 just to show you all how the process works. And then you're like, oh, I got this. Yeah, 15 minutes. Yep. Doing. Yep. All right. So those are the steps, and we'll go through them step by step. So the critical one, folks, the critical one from all 5, because this one's easy, that one's easy. The first step and the last step are the toughest ones. The rest is easy. I mean, easy, but the first 2 is a little challenging. Okay, so let me tell you guys where is it used for? Or like, what is it actually? Where is it useful? Why is it useful? All right, so let's say that you work, you're surveying people, and you went to this restaurant, right? This very fancy restaurant. Oh, and you're like, you know what? This restaurant was the bomb. I'm gonna let everyone know about this restaurant because it is so freaking good. I'm gonna get an ad. I'm gonna put posters. You have Blue Ridge, right? I'm gonna put posters. I'm gonna advertise it on TV. And you claim, this is your claim, the best burger in SA is Burger King. Boom. All right. Best burger in SA is Burger King. And you claim that. All right. You put that in the ads and newspapers on TV. You're with the, what's his name, Davis, the law firm. 444. Oh, Burger King. Right. And you put that everywhere. All right. So what's going to happen when you put that claim out into the public and you say that the best burger in San Antonio is Burger King? Is everyone going to agree with your statement? Do you agree with that statement that the best burger in San Antonio is Burger King? Is that true or false?
False.
Calm down, man. You don't have to get angry. False. Without a doubt, it's false. Hail no. Haley said hail. What? You guys don't like the little antenna sticking out of the burger? Come on. It's fiber. Come on. You get something free. It's a gift. Well, yeah, it's well, for one, some people think that that's correct, but a lot of people may not think that, right? So you got to prove. So how do we prove? We must prove that Burger King is the best in SA. So if it's not Burger King, what could it be?
Five Guys.
Which one?
Five Guys.
Five Guys? Is that what you said, sir? Five Guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It could be Five Guys.
Chris Madrid's.
Chris Madrid's.
That's pretty good.
There's Chris. There's your name, Chris. Chris Madrid. Relation? Madrid. The thing with Chris Madrid's, when I guess because I was younger and smaller, I guess the burgers are bigger. They used to be huge. Now they shrank them. They're smaller in the size. I don't know. That's just me. They did shrink the burgers a little. But yeah, I agree. Chris Madrid's is good. Where else could it be? So you're gonna have to investigate. Five Guys, Chris Madrid's. Any other places? Vegan burger is that's true. Any other places that you know of that's best burger ever?
Cheddar's and the Palm.
Cheddar's. I've never been there. Cheddar's. And you said what?
The Palm, like palm tree.
Oh, that's the name of the restaurant? The Palm?
Yeah.
The Palm. Where's that one at?
On Houston Street. It's kind of bougie, sir.
It's kind of bougie? What does that mean? Is that like monkey?
It's kind of fancy. I think it's like 20 something bucks for a burger, but it's good.
So I have to dress up to go eat the freaking burger, really?
Yeah.
Dress
up a little bit.
I have to take a bath.
But not at Cheddar's. And at Cheddar's, I think they're like $8 or something like that.
What the heck? All right. Where else? All right. So we got Five Guys, Chris Madrid's, Cheddar's, the Palm. Where else? Come on, give me everyone's input. What's some other places? Freaking stomach's growling now. Any other ones?
This one's in Castroville, but Billy Bob's Burgers.
Don't they sell beds?
No.
Billy Bob's. Where's that one at?
It's in Castroville.
Oh, that's too far, man. I live in the south side. Billy Bob's. I'm gonna have to go try that. I'll have to go stop by. All right. Billy
Isn't
Bob.
that one in Helotes? Like there's one in Helotes that's really
Something Dottie.
No, not that one. It sounds like Billy Bob's. I don't remember what it is, but the burgers are.
Yeah, like they have good burgers. They're like on that side of that.
Yeah.
Pat's Place. Where is that one at, Haley? Pat's Place. Pat's place. Where the heck is that at? New Braunfels. Oh, ma'am. I don't want to travel so far. All right, Pat's Place. Have y'all tried that new one? Something Perry. What's
It's
it
not
called?
good. Terry's. I
Yeah,
tried.
is it not good?
No.
All right, thumbs down. All right, thumbs down. All right, dang it. Good. Thank you for saving me a trip to go there. I was curious. I do like Burger Boy. Have you tried Burger Boy?
It's okay.
Yeah, Burger Boy's okay. It's okay. I like the shakes.
Well, the only thing about Burger Boy is if you gotta squeeze the fat out, right? Am I right? Then you can eat it. It's got a lot of manteca. I'm just saying. All right, fine. You guys have to try Griff's. Try Griff's and try dang it, what's it? TJ's, I think it's called. No, BJ's. 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 BJ Burgers. Yeah, BJ.
I heard Grits has like really good food.
Where?
At Grits, I heard like their food is
Oh,
really
Grits. Oh, but that's Griff's. I'm sorry.
good. Yeah.
Griff's, yeah. The horse burgers are awesome.
Is that what it's really called?
What? The horse burgers?
Did you say a horse burger?
Right. We don't have enough carne, so we got to use some sort of carnitas, you know? It's weird. You know, want to hear something weird about Griff's? There's no strays around. That's kind of peculiar, isn't it? Weird. Very weird. Yeah, but they have good burgers. All right, so yeah, you're gonna have to go investigate and see among the population. I don't think Burger King is good. So you can get in trouble. You can get in trouble by claiming something and proving that it's not true. So you can get in a lawsuit. Same thing happened. You heard of Avis? Is it Avis? Avis and Hertz. They deal with car rentals, right? So one of them put out an ad stating that they have the lowest prices in the country, right? And the other one said, no, we do. And so one sued the other because one claimed that they had the lower prices than the other. Big old lawsuit. So you need to prove, in fact, whenever you make a claim, that your claim is actually true. You can't just say it and then go from there. You gotta prove it. So great. Now I'm craving a burger. I think I'm gonna go try the Palm. Do I have to make a reservation?
Yes.
Forget it. But I just want a freaking burger, man. Really? Does it come with fries?
Yes.
Oh, we didn't put Biggs. Have you ever tried Biggs?
No.
I think that's how you spell it. It's by our school, by NBC. It's on the Access Road on 151. Have you all seen it before? It's like there used to be a putt-putt place out there.
It's not there anymore, sir? The putt-putt place?
I don't think so. I think they, oh, wait a minute, is it?
I don't know. That's sad if it's not.
It's probably not. I think
They already took away the castle and now they're gonna take that.
Yeah. Ah, the times are changing. Well, it is what it is. All right, so that's how the process works. Now, in court cases, when you do court cases, have any of you ever been served to do jury duty? No one's done jury duty before? I love it. Actually, I don't. Every time I get picked, they tell me to go home. Like, really? Dang it. Although I did get picked once to serve on a jury. Very sad. It was very sad. This family had a whole bunch of freaking kids, like 10. I think they had 10 kids. Well, the husband was a drunk, and the wife was on drugs, crack, whatever, boom, boom. And so the kids were just out of control. They The ages range from like 10 through baby. And so the kids were just getting hurt left and right. And so CPS came, not the City Public Service, Child Protective Services. They came and they took the kids, and so they were going to take the rights away from the parents. So we as a jury had to decide whether we hand over the kids to the state for foster care, or do we hand the kids over to the family, their family, which they're not in drugs. So what did we choose? We chose to give the kids to the family members. So the parents were irate. How dare you give our kids to the relatives? I'm like, what? You wanted us to give the kids to foster care? No, that was very weird. But yeah, it was interesting. So in court cases, there's 4 results that can happen, right? That could possibly happen. There are four results that could occur. Is it 2 hours, 1 hour? All right. One, the person is found guilty, right? Because the evidence proved that the person is guilty, right? That's an obvious one, right? Guilty, boom, yeah. We found evidence that proved that the person is, yeah, so they're guilty. You can have the other one where the person is found innocent. That's why I'm saying. Because the evidence proved that the person is innocent. Right? I wish all cases were like that. They found him guilty or they found him innocent, right? But that's not how things always occur. Sometimes the person is found guilty because there was no evidence to prove innocence. Have y'all heard of cases where people are found guilty because you can't prove that they're innocent, and so they're locked up, and all these years pass by.
Guilty?
Huh?
Isn't the law innocent until proven guilty?
Yes, but sometimes they don't have enough evidence to prove that they're innocent, and so they're locked up. Oh well, hey, we don't have any proof that you're innocent, so they'll lock them up. And you hear people that are in jail for years, right? And then all of a sudden, oh, we did find evidence, so you weren't guilty after all. And so what happens then? Have you heard of that before?
Yes.
Yes. That's several cases happen like that, and they awarded money, but like, really? You wasted what, 20 years in jail and you're gonna get money, really? Yeah, pasó, right?
So there was one, and the daughter testified, saying that her dad was with her the day that it happened, that they went to a baseball game, but she was real little. So they didn't believe her, and he was in jail for, I don't know, like 20 years. And then that show Curb Your Enthusiasm had like filmed at the football game, and it turns out like they have filmed live, and they passed by the little girl and the guy, and they came out in the episode like briefly, so they were able to get that 20 years later, but he had already been in jail.
Yeah, that's just insane.
Don't they have to pay you or something like that?
Yeah, you get money, but I mean, still, how do you get those years back?
You don't.
How do you get all those years back with money?
That's sad.
That is sad, but it happens. It happens. And the fourth one is the reverse. The person is found innocent because there was no evidence to prove guilty. Have you heard of that case? Where people are found innocent, but they were really guilty.
Yeah, it's called crooked lawyers.
It's called crooked. You know, it's not funny, but
it's true though.
Are lawyers ethical? To some extreme, right? They are ethical, but sometimes, you know, because the lawyers are out there. What is their purpose of being hired? Their purpose of being hired is to get their client either free, right? They want them to get free, and they'll do whatever it takes to get them innocent, right? That's what the purpose of them is for, right? And so they'll do, of course, they'll look in the law, but sometimes they'll bend the law somehow and find loopholes in it to make their client innocent. But I'm not all lawyers are like that.
Like they just did with that Rittenhouse case, like the law about having a gun that's not to your name. Like the judge didn't apply that law because he said there's a loophole in it, basically, which is wrong.
Right. So yeah, they're. I mean, that's their goal, is to find loopholes like that, and that way their client becomes innocent. But knowing that, you know, you're like, is it ethical? Is that ethical? So those are the choices that come about when you're dealing with court cases. Is these two extremities. So why does it end up being in these two situations, right? These are clear cut, but these two, the problem is that you don't have enough evidence. There's no evidence to prove. So that's what's going to happen when we do our hypothesis test. We're going to have two clean-cut ones, but the other ones we can't determine whether it's true or false because we don't have enough evidence. And that goes back to what we were doing in chapter 7. Remember, we had samples that had what? 10, 4, 6. That's not going to give you enough information or evidence to prove things like that. So just keep that in mind when we do our hypothesis testing. All right, just remember these. We're going to go back to these. We'll come back to these. This part here is step 5. This is step 5 of the hypothesis statements. Hypothesis test. We'll come back to these statements. And you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so let's start with on our steps. We're gonna start with number one. Let me put that back up so that way I took it off too fast. I'm sorry. We're gonna do step one out of the 5 steps. So our goal is I'm gonna show you all how to create your hypothesis statement. So I'm going to show you all how to do step number 1, hypothesis statements. Okay, so how to create hypothesis statements. All right, we use, there's 2 of them. We use, it's H sub 0. This is called the null hypothesis. And we use H sub 1. It's pronounced H sub 0 and H sub 1. You guys are going to have another way of describing this one, but I've heard it before, but I'm not going to say it. And the other one's called the alternative. Hypothesis. Go ahead, say it, get out of your system. H sub 0, H sub 1. Right? That's what they're called. So we use 6 inequality symbols. God, man, I don't know how to freaking spell today. Right. We use that one, that one, that one, this one, that one, and that one. All right, we use those 6. So we're gonna label them. All right, we're going to label the inequality symbols. All right. Oops. Look at that one. All right. So anyone want to tell me what that one's called?
Less than?
You are correct, man. I'm gonna sit next to you in the test. All right. The bottom one? Anyone? What's the bottom one? What's this one?
Greater than?
Yeah, excellent. Did you eat a potato and egg taco?
Negative, sir.
All right. All right. What is this one called? It's got an underline under it. What does that mean? This one is, less than? Or? There you go. Less than or equal to. Very good. This one is the greater than. Or equal. Okay. And that one? Correct. You guys are afraid. They're 2 parallel lines. It's called equal. And the other one is it has a slash right across the equals. That means not equal to. All right, so you gotta know the symbols and the wording that corresponds to them. All right, you gotta know them. Those are their 6 inequality symbols that we're gonna use. All right, so variables used in our hypothesis statements. Hypothesis statement. We're going to use, well, there's 3, but we're only going to use 2 of them. All right, so we use this lowercase p, we use that, and we use this. So does anyone know what the p is? What is p? No, p is not a liquidy substance when you drink a lot of water. That's another type of p. What is p? Any guesses? What is that symbol represent? It starts with a P. Any guesses?
Probability?
Close. Close. Starts
It's
with a
not
P.
population? No.
Close. No, you're getting close. Not probability, not population. You're getting closer. I'll give you a hint.
Problem?
Close.
No, but that's right. I give up.
Come on, you did it. You did it in chapter 7. It was 7-1. Pro. Portion. Proportion. That's what the P stands for. Anyone know what this symbol is? What is that symbol? It's the U, like the little curvy on the top. Does anyone know what that is?
Mean?
You're mean. You're right. It is mean. And what about the little oinky tail? What is that one called? Oinky tail.
Standard deviation?
Standard deviation. Standard deviation. All right, very good. Okay. So each of these variables are going to go in front of these symbols of these 6. You're going to have to be aware of what the problem is going to talk about. So if they're talking about proportion, we use the P. If it says mean, you use the mu. If you see the word standard deviation, you're going to use the little oinky tail, right? Okay, so take out your handout that I sent you all. The one with the, I think it's like 9 pages. I think 8 pages. Sorry, it has 8 pages. All right, so take out this paper, and we're doing step 1. All right, now I want you to look at step 1, and I want you to look at these 3 sets of hypothesis statements. There's only 3 of them. All right, just take a look at them. Just look at them. Just stare at them. Okay, so you see them? I'm gonna zoom it in. Why does my camera do not want to start? All right, I'm gonna zoom it in. Right. There are only 3 sets of hypothesis statements. Right. And so you're probably wondering why are they using P on my variables? Well, maybe because it says testing the claim about a proportion. That's why they use P's. Right. That's what we're using in 8.2. It's because it says proportion, we use P's, right? I'm gonna go to page 3 on my handout, right? Notice that my 3 sets of hypothesis statements uses the mu. Why do they use mu? Maybe because it says mean. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Mean. All right, I'm gonna switch over to page 5. Look at page 5. Look at the variables. It uses the piggly-o, the pigtail. Why does it use the pigtail? Maybe because it says standard deviation. Right? So the sets are standard. I'm gonna go back to 8. I'm gonna go back to 8.2, right? There's 3 sets. All right. I want you to see where exactly the inequality symbols go, right? This two-tailed test set uses the equals and the not equals. That's where the equals goes. The equals always goes with the H0. The not equals goes to the H1. You go to the one with the left tail, this set. Look at the inequalities. The H0 has greater than or equal to, H1 has less. Look at the right tail. The right tail, the HO uses less than or equal to, H1 uses the greater than. These are stuck. They're not interchangeable. That's where they're placed at. So if you're told equals, all right, you find the equals, oh, that goes with the H0, right? If I tell you less than, where is the less than symbol? Does it go with the H0 or the H1? Less than, where is the less than at? Less than is where? Where is the less than? What does it belong to? Does it belong with the H0 statement or the H1? I'm looking for less than H1. Yeah. All right. What about greater than or equal to? Where is greater than or equal to go? Which statement does that one belong to? Greater than or equal? H0. Correct. That's correct. So you gotta find the inequality symbol. It's one of these 6. You spot it and you place it in the right spot. That's where that symbol goes. 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 That one goes there. That one goes there. Now we got to look at it in a bigger picture. What do you all notice about all of the H0s, the inequality symbols? What do you notice about all the H0s? They have something in common. All 3 of the H0 statements have something in common. Can anyone tell me what they have in common? What do they have in common?
They all have equal to.
Bam! All the H0s have an equal to symbol in it somehow. Very good. Now look at the H1s. What do you notice about all the H1 symbols? My hand hurts when I do that. I feel like Vanna White. Would you like to buy a vowel? No. Yes, I like an enye. right? The H1s do not have an equals. It's not equal, it's strictly less than, it has greater than. So none of these on the H1s has the equals. Only the H0s have some sort of equals. All right? Expand out, further out. Look at it as a big picture. Look at the whole complete set. The two tail, the left tail, and the right tail. What do you notice about the H0s and the H1s? There is something going on between the two, the H0s and the H1s. Who can tell me what's going on between the two? They are what to each other? This is what to that. That is what to that. That is what to that. Starts with a C. They are anyone?
The opposite.
Oh, another word for opposite.
The contradicting.
Oh, you're close. What beautiful shoes you're wearing, ma'am. That would be a
compliment.
Yeah. Are you wearing shoes?
Yeah, but they're not beautiful.
Okay, they're chanclas. I'm not wearing shoes. I'm all descalzo. I got athlete's foot. That doesn't matter. It's right. It's good. It's all good. That's right. They are complements. They are complements to each other. So if you know one of them, you can figure out what the other one is. So let's say that you were given not equals. Well, its opposite would be equals. Vice versa. If you were told greater than or equal to, its complement would be less than. If it's greater than, its complement would be less than or equal to. They work in pairs, people. So you're going to have, when you write your statements, it's going to be either one of this one, or it's going to be this one, or it's going to be this one. What they're going to do in the problem is they're going to give you one of these statements, and you got to read it. Once you identify if it's a proportion or mean or the wiggly tail or the pig, you can then look for the inequality symbol. So it's going to say it. It's going to say in the problem. It's going to say less than or equal to. It's going to say equal to, not equal to. It's going to say greater than or equal to. You got to look for those words. Less than or equal to, greater than. Once you know where it goes, then you can figure out what the other one is. So that's what we're going to practice. Slippers. Haley's wearing slippers. Are those the stompies? Are they stompies? You know what I'm talking about, right? Those stompies, when you step on them, the little ears pop up. I wish they had them in adult size. But no. All right, we're going to practice, all right? We're going to practice writing our statements. All right, so you got to keep this in your mind, all right? The only thing that's going to differ from each section is the variable. We're not going to be using P's when we deal with mean. There's going to be the U's instead of the P's there. If it says standard deviation, they're going to use the piggly tail on the ends, right? But this stays the same, that stays the same, that stays the same. You can see how it works. All right, so I'm gonna bring up my sheet that I sent you. This is not in your book. This is not in your book. They took it off. They took it out of the book. I gotta zoom it out. We're gonna do all these. We're gonna do all these together. All right. Yeah. Don't look at the. It's your eyes. Yeah, it's your eyes. It looks crooked, and it is crooked. It's like kind of like a politician's crooked. All right. So we're gonna practice. We're gonna do. I think there are 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them. We're gonna practice. We're gonna practice writing our hypothesis statements, all right? Have this handy. You're gonna need that, right? And I think I sent y'all this, right? I did send it to y'all. All right, we're gonna do number 9. What is our goal? Our goal for number 9 is to create hypothesis statements. If you guys can get through this, you pretty much got hypothesis statements or a hypothesis testing. It's pretty simple. All right, so here's what we do. We're gonna write H0, we're gonna write H1. All right, and we're gonna do number 9. All right, so it says the mean annual income of employees who took a statistics course is greater than $60,000. What the frog? They make more than I do. Shoot, I make that in 3 years. Weird. Huh? What am I doing wrong? All right, I should have not quit WWE. I regret that. All right, the mean annual income of employees who took statistics course is greater than 60,000. All right, so what variable are we going to use for number 9? Are we using the P, the mu, or the sigma? What variable are we going to use for our statements? I have it reversed, sorry. And tell me what word told you that it's going to be that particular variable that you picked. Anyone? Is it P, mu, or sigma? Right, someone said mu. That's right. Why are we using mu? Because it says mean, right? Mean. All right, so they're both going to use mu. All right, now you got to find the inequality symbol that's stated in this problem. Who can find me the inequality symbol? Is it going to be the equals, the not equals, the greater than or equals to, less than or equals to? What is the inequality symbol that's, very good, Miss Slippers. She said greater than. Where did you see greater than at, ma'am? I don't see the word greater than. Where is it at? Before the number 101? I don't think there's a 101, ma'am. Before the number 101. Huh, I don't see 101. I know, calm down. There it is, greater than. All right, now I found the word greater than. Now I gotta go to my sheet and I gotta locate greater than. Find me greater than, and where does it go? Where does the greater than symbol go? Greater than. Does it go on the H0 or the H1? I gotta specifically find that particular symbol greater than. It goes in the H1. There it is, greater than. Boom. So it goes in the H1. So I'm gonna go over here in my paper and I'm gonna put my symbol greater than, and I'm gonna put the number that Haley said. What was the number? 60,000. 60,000. All right, so that's what was told. Look, that's what it says. Greater than 60,000. That's where it goes. Right? So now that you know that one, what is its opposite going to be? Its complement. What would it be? What would its complement be? If this is greater than, its complement would be? You're close. You missed something, Haley. All right, so you found the greater than. right? There's the greater than, so its opposite would be less than or equal to. And you write the same number. Bam. Right. So we forgot the equals, right? So if you look at your handout, right, this thing here, these sets of statements is a right tail. So you would write down the set that it's called. It's called a right tail test. And there you go. There's your hypothesis statements for number 9. I told you it's going to take a while. Don't worry, we'll pick up speed. We'll pick up speed as we go. Don't worry. All right, let's do.
Wait, sir, why was it the right tail again?
Because the set of hypothesis statements match exactly the setup. Look, you have a less than or equal to, and you
Okay,
have
got it. I was looking at the wrong one. Okay.
That's right. Okay. Don't worry, you get it. It takes a while. All right, let's do number 10. The proportion of people aged 18 to 25, that would be me, who currently use illicit drugs, that would be me, is 0.20. All right, so what would be your variable that we're going to use for these sets? Is it the P, the mu, or the sigma? Why is it P, Haley? Why are we using P? Because it says proportion. I know, calm down. You didn't have to put stated in capital letters. Because it says freaking proportion. That's right. She said it freaking. All right, proportion. All right, P. And what inequality symbol is stated here that I'm going to use? Is it the equals, not equals, greater than, less than? What does it say specifically? What gave it away, ma'am? How did you know it was equal? Because it says equals. It says equals. All right, so you guys have to find the equals. Where's the equal statement? Where do you guys see the equal statement at? Equals. So I got to zoom it in. Where does it go? Where does the equals go? Does it go in the H0 or the H1? Equals.
H0?
That's right. It goes in the H0. Okay, do you remember what number? Oh, what was the number that they gave us? Equals to what? What is it supposed to equal to? Equals to 0.2, is that correct? Total is 0.2. Okay, so I know that line. Can anyone tell me what the other one's going to be? I already know this one, so what would be its complement? If P is equal to 0.02, what would its complement be? Not equal. I want the symbol, Haley, not the words, the symbol. Not equal. Look, this matches this box. So we call that one two tail, like a puppy by a nuclear power plant. It's two-tailed. Yeah, you can. There is no, did you say you can't? No, it's not can't. It's cannot. You guys getting it? I'm going slow on purpose. You can get it. You'll get it after the fourth one. You'll pick up. You'll get it. All right, here we go. Number 11. All right, 11. Let me see. What does 11 say? 11 says the standard deviation of human body temperatures is equal to 0.62. Oops, I ran out of space. Hold on. Let me do number 11 over here. All right, the standard deviation of human body temperature is equal to 0.62. Am I using the mu, the p, or the sigma for number 11? What am I using? What's the symbol for standard deviation?
The pigtail.
I don't have a pigly tail. Okay, I do have a pigly tail. No, Sabrina, it's a pigly tail, not an O. All right. What's the inequality symbol? Not LOL. No, you. What's the inequality symbol that's used for that one? Y'all see it? It says equals. Where does the equal to go? Does it belong? Does the equal to belong on the H? We gotta find it. Where is the H? Where is the equals at? I don't see it. Someone saw it. Erica says equals. Yes, but where does it go? Where is the equals? Does it go in the H0 or the H1? I need to know exactly where it goes. Equals. Yep. There it is. It belongs with H0. Equals. What was it equal to? Just curious. Oh, 0.62. All right. So now that I know that it goes there, then its opposite would be not equals. And what kind of a tail test is this set called? If it's written in that format, what is it called? What kind of a tail test? I knew someone was gonna say that. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that. Stop. This is a two-tail test. It's a two-tail test, right? That's where it's two-tail. Of course, it's not P. I know it's not the P. It's the O. But yeah, it's the same thing. All right, I don't think we can do 12 yet. You guys are not ready for 12. You're still little peasants. We're gonna skip number 12. We'll come back to it because that's a hard one. That's a difficult one. Let's do 13. The standard deviation of duration times of the Old Faithful geyser is less than 40 seconds. Okay. What variable are we using for this one, number 13? I think we're using the Piggly O, is that correct? All right. Let's look for the inequality symbol. Who can find it? What is the inequality symbol that's used for number 11? Anyone see it? Anyone see it? Anyone see it? Anyone see it? Less than. Bam. Less than. Less than. All right. Let's find less than. Where is less than? Let's find less than. Who can find it on my paper? I gotta find it among the 6 places where those symbols go. I gotta find exactly the word less than, or the symbol less than. Where does it go? All right, someone said it goes in the H0. Is that correct? Someone said H0, less than. Why did you pick H0? No. I know. This is not less than. This one's less than or equal to. So if the problem had stated less than or equal to, then it would have gone there. But this one just says less than. That's all it says. It says less than. So that's why it goes there. It goes into H1. So I want to put my less than. Why did I put 2H0? Stop. You guys are bad. Cochinas. Cochinas murosas. Less than 40 seconds. There you go. Less than. Freaking paper gets stuck. Less than. There it goes. Therefore, the other one must be the opposite. Greater than or equal to 40. And this one is called what? This set is called, when it has greater than or equal to less than, it's called a left tail. So I'm going to label it left tail. Test. Are you getting it? Am I going too fast? Are you doing all right? No yawning. $14. You guys are making me laugh with the yeah. I've heard it, done it, seen it. Well, I haven't done it. I've heard it. I've heard it, not done it, but yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it. You guys are getting in trouble. All right, number 14. And you can't even freaking see 14. All right, we gotta do 14 in another paper. You can't see it. Son of a biscuit. All right, here we go. 14. There you go. 14. 14. H sub 0. That's how you pronounce it. H sub 0. The standard deviation of daily rainfall amounts in San Francisco is 0.66 centimeters. Okay, so I know it's just the Piggly O. Now I gotta find the inequality symbol. Who can tell me what the inequality symbol is? Equals? Why? That's correct, Haley. What word is equivalent to equals? It says is. That's right. It says is. Is means equals. That's right. Is means equals. Correct. So equals, I believe, equals goes in the H0. So I'm going to put my equals there. 0.66. Therefore, the other one must be not equal. 0.66. So this is a two-tailed test. Does that make sense, people? Or no? Am I going too fast? Okay. If I am, let me know. All right. 15. The proportion of homes with fire extinguishers is 0.80. Right? I see that it's a proportion. So I'm going to use the variable P. And oh, look, there's the word again, is. Is means equals. It goes here. Equals goes there. Therefore, the other one is not equals. This is another one that's two-tailed. Am I going to be able to fit 16 here? I hope so. Okay, 16. The mean weight of plastic, did I pronounce it right? Plastic. I'm talking like my mom. The mean weight of plastic discarded by households in 1 week is less than 1 kg. All right, you guys see, you can't see it, hello. Mean is mu. I gotta find the inequality symbol. Oh, I think I see it. Great, everyone, right there, less than. Okay, I don't remember where the less than symbol goes. Where does my less than? What if I have to find the less than? Less than, where's less than? That's equals, not equal. There it is, less than. It goes in the H1. Less than. One kg. Therefore, the other one must be greater than or equal to 1 kg. I don't remember what this one's called. Oh, this one's called left tail test. May I share with the secret how I knew without looking at the sheet how I knew it was left tail? Always look at your H1, the inequality symbol for H1. The direction of where the arrow is pointing on the inequality is the direction of your tail test. So it's pointing to the left, so it's left tail. This one has 2 lines, so it's two-tailed. Get it? Two lines, two-tailed. Does that make sense? How that works? Yeah? Okay. Now, let's do the difficult one. Number 12. Let's see if y'all can figure out number 12. 12 is a doozy. 12 is a doozy. Let's look at 12. Okay, so let's see if y'all can figure out number 12. Okay, here we go. 12. The majority of students have credit cards. The majority of college students have credit cards. All right, so are we using P, mu, or sigma, or the curly O? What are we using for number 12? Who can guess?
Greater than?
Nope. Try again.
Oh, Haley said P.
Oh, she needs to go to the bathroom? Go ahead, Kaylee. Haley, you can go to the bathroom if you want. Haley said, I don't feel like going. I don't feel like going. You're correct. It is P. You're right. It is P. So you're talking about college students. You're right. It is P. It is P. Now, okay, so we got that taken care of. All right. Now, what is the inequality symbol that's used in number 12? Is it equal, not equal, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to? No, you're close. You're half close. You're close. All right, let me give you guys an example. Because the key word to this one is the word majority. Okay, majority is the key word. All right, so you guys close. You're very close, Haley. You're very close. Now put them together. Put them together. Put your two answers that you told me together, and that's your inequality symbol. All right, so this is what majority means. All right, so remember Haley and Erica are running for governor, right? Both of them are doing the runoff. And how does one beat the other vote-wise? How does one beat the other in terms of votes?
By showing up to class.
Well, I was hoping you'd say bribe, but no. Well, one of them has to get more votes than the other, right? So how does a candidate beat the other? So give me an example of how one person would outvote the other. Give me some numbers. How does one beat the other? Right. If Haley and Erica, if their votes was 50-50, right? Who wins? Between Haley and Erica, right? No one wins, right? It's a tie, right? It would be a tie. Haley wins. No, no, it's a tie. That's a tie. They have to do a runoff election, right? But if Haley gets who wins that one? Haley wins, right? Because why does Haley win? Haley has more votes than her. So go back. Majority. A person wins the majority. If you guys hear a candidate wins the majority of votes, that means that their votes is greater than 50%. It's gotta be. Person who wins has to have a majority of the votes. So that has to be greater than 0.5. So that right here, my friends, this line right here means majority. So remember that. That's what majority means. They have to have a percentage greater than 50 in order to win. They get the majority of the votes. So what would be the other one? If that's greater than, what would be the opposite of that complement? It would be less than or equal to 0.50. Right, so this one was tricky. So you guys have to remember this red circle, if you guys see the word majority, that's what that means. That's what that means. Majority. Okay. Good job. Questions with the statement, and you guys can go back. You guys can look back at all of our problems that we did. You will see that, ignoring the variable, just looking at the inequalities, right? They match up. Whatever the two inequalities are, it's two-tailed. If it's equal, not equal. If it's greater than or equal to, or less than, it's two left tail. Less than or equal to, greater than, it's right tail. It's always going to be one of those three sets. Always. When you're done, it's got to match. The P's, mu's, or the pigtails. Pigtails. They're all the same format. They're all the same. I didn't box the other one. Great. I don't know how to draw a box, but oh well. Close enough. Close enough. All right. Does that make sense? Okay, so on our list of steps, we have, I think I lost it. Somewhere I lost it. Lost my steps. I think Erica took them. Erica, did you take them? Oh, here, 36. No, that's not it. I lost my steps. I don't know what I did with them. There it is. Right. We have completed number 1. Cha-ching. All right, we did number 1. We did number 1. Clean up in aisle 4. We did number 1. All right, so there's number 1. Now we're going to speed up the process. I think we can do number 2 and number 3. We'll take care of these 2. And then we'll have to work on these on Monday. We'll do 4 and 5 on Monday. But I can show you how to do 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are simple. All right, so what we just did right now, that was 8.1. This was 8.1. We finished 8.1. That's what 8.1 was. Okay. We want to know. So don't do the homework on 8.1. We already did it. That was that little sheet that I gave you. That was it. So now I got to show you how to do these 2. Now these two are going to be from 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be 8, 2. All right, so let's do it. Let's take on 2 and 3. So this is how you do it. So let me show you how it's going to work. I'm going to go to the exercises in our Libro. Let's see if I can find it. Ah, shoot. Chris is in the way. Dang, Chris. I think Chris went to Five Guys. Getting there, getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. Yeah, this bunch of blah, 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 blah. All right, here we go. All right, it starts with, what is this? No, that's A1. I don't want A1, I want A2. Getting closer, getting closer. the heck was that lady doing? What the heck? I'm looking at Magician James Randi Institute, and that's weird. Okay, here we go. So I'm on page, I don't know what page I'm on. 383. Okay, so let's do number 9, since we're talking about hamburgers. We're talking about hamburgers, right? Hamburguesas. You know what I didn't put in the list? I didn't put Taqueria Jalisco. I'm sure they have hamburgers that are good, right? I forgot about Taqueria Jalisco. How could I forget? How could I forget Taqueria Jalisco? All right, so here is what we're going to do, people. We are going to cry. I'm kidding, man. All right, here's our goal. We're going to do step 1, step 2, and step 3. We're going to do the front page. So, of course, we're in A2, which means I'm going to go through the whole chingaling, right? All right, so let's do Mickey D. I'm going to show you how to do it. Very simple. You got to read it carefully, people. You got to read it carefully. All right, so here we go. We're going to start first. Number 9. Step 1. I'm going to label it. This is what I'm doing in my paper. I should have erased it. Dang it, this freaking thing. Right. Here's number 9. I'm doing step 1. I'm going to create my hypothesis statements. Okay, that's what we're going to do first. All right, so let's go back to the problem. I'm going to read it, and you guys are going to identify the hypothesis statements. So here's what they're going to do. They're going to give you, you have to find the inequality symbol. So we'll see. In a study of accuracy of fast food drive-through orders, McDonald's had 33 orders that were not accurate among the 362 orders observed. Use a 0.05 significance level to test the claim that the rate of inaccurate orders is equal to 10%, right? Now you're like wondering, like, where is the hypothesis statement that was like the ones that we were doing, right? So the way you spot it is you have to look for the word test the claim that. If you find that phrase that says test the claim that, right after it is the description of the hypothesis statement. So who can find it? What is our hypothesis statement given in this problem? Are we using P, mu, or sigma? P, mu, or sigma in our statements? That's a tricky one, right? It doesn't say mean, proportion, or standard deviation, does it? All right, so if it doesn't tell you, look at the number, look at the value. Look at the value right after the word test the claim that. What kind of number is 10%? Is 10% a proportion, a mean, or is it a standard deviation? There's a symbol next to the 10. What is it? Right? 10 is a percent, which is a proportion. So that tells me that my hypothesis statements is going to have a P on them, a variable P. Not only that, but look at the top of the question, right? Doesn't it say proportions? Hello, proportions. All right, who can tell me the inequality symbol that's used in our hypothesis statement? What would it be? I'm looking for a keyword. What is that keyword? Is it greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, equals to, or not equals to? Which one is it? Anyone see it? Test to claim that. There it is. Test to claim that. It's right there. I think it says equals, doesn't it? Where does the equals to go? Does it belong to the H0 or the H1? I'm looking for equals. Equals goes. Where is the equal? I'm looking at my sheet. I'm looking for the equals. I believe the equals goes in the H0. Right? You tell me if I did it right. Did I do it right? Equals 0.10. Right? Therefore, the other one is not equal 0.10. I'm going to write it down. This is a two-tail test. Right, two-tail test. And congratulations, you did step number 2. Oh, step number 1, sorry. Now we're going to go to step number 2. All right. Now, step number 2. All right. Here's what you're going to do in step 2. You're going to have, when we go to StatDisk, I'm going to show you how to do StatDisk in a minute. When you go to StatDisk, there's going to be a little window, a little drop-down menu that's going to appear. And I'm going to show you what you're going to have to choose for the drop-down menu in a minute. But you're going to have to find these 4 things in the problem. It's called the significance. It's called the claimed proportion, sample size, and I'm looking for num of successes. That's supposed to be X. I'm looking for these 3 things in the problem. You're gonna have to help me find them. Help me, help me, help me. Help me find those numbers. I have to find all those 3, and then I'll show you how to fix what you choose in this menu bar. Okay, ready? All right, we're doing 9, right? Who can tell me the significance number? What is the significance value? Anyone who can spot the significance number? I'll give you a hint. Look for the word significance level, and that'll tell you your significance level. Anyone? Come on, you guys are all asleep. Wake up. What is your significance level? Where did Haley go? There she is. Very good, Sabrina. You go, girl. 0.05. Dab, 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 dab. 0.05. Very good. All right. We'll skip claim proportion for now. Can anyone tell me how many total orders were taken? That's your sample size N. What was the total number of orders? Total. It's tricky, but it's not. Who can tell me the total number of orders that they were looking at? Do you, are you going to add 33 to the 362, or is it just 362? What do you think? Correct. Someone said sample size is 362. Correct. You don't add the 33 with the 362. It's just 362. Okay. Number of successes. What are we looking at? Are we looking at the inaccurate or the accurate orders? We're looking at the rate of inaccurate. So what is my number of successes? Number of successes is finding the inaccurate. What's my number for the inaccurate? How many were inaccurate? $33. So there's my 33. There's my 362. There's my 0.5. Right. So this is what I have. So I have this, I have this, and I have this. And so now you're asking, well, sir, I didn't see another number for the claim proportion. Yeah, it was there. It was there. The number for the claim proportion is going to be the number that you use in your claim statement. This number will be that number. Always. Always. Your claim proportion will be those numbers. Always. So just remember, claim proportion is the number that you use in your statements. So now you have significance, your claim proportion, your sample size, and your number of successes. And all we need to do is figure out what this drop-down menu thing is going to be. And so what you do when you get to that point is you always use that symbol. The H1, it is always the H1 symbol. That's what you use in that drop-down menu. So you're gonna in the drop-down menu, it's not gonna give you that symbol. It's gonna say not equal. And so that's what you're gonna select. I can show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all where do I see that at? Okay, so write those numbers down, right? And you're always going to use that symbol for that piece right there. Always. You never use the H1, or I'm sorry, you never use the H0 symbol. You always use the H1. Always. The symbol. We're not going to give you an option. Right? All right. So here's what you do. You're going to go into StatDisk. You're going to go to analysis, hypothesis testing. You're going to do proportion one sample. You're going to follow those steps and you're going to get this window. Okay. I'm going to show you. I told you. Okay, let me clear it. I don't need that stuff there. You go to analysis. You do hypothesis testing. Proportion one sample. You're going to go there. probability, you're gonna go to analysis, hypothesis testing, you're gonna do proportion one sample. And you click it. Make sure it says proportion one sample. And notice at the very top, there's the drop-down menu that I was telling you about. Notice that when I select it, there's only 3 options. These 3 options are only your H1 choices. They're always H1. There's your not equal, there's your greater than, there's your less than. It's always your H1. So my H1, I believe, was not equal. So I'm going to choose not equals. And I'm going to enter all the numbers that I wrote down on my paper. And I'm going to type them in. 0.05, 0.010, 362, and 33. Once you type them in, you hit evaluate, and you're ready for step 3. All right, step 3. Here's what you do. It's very difficult, people. Very difficult for step 3. Step 3, you are going to copy that middle portion of the analysis. You're going to just copy it down, number by number, word for word. Copy it down exactly how it appears. Why do I have a gnat on my screen? And I'm going to write it down. Sample proportion. You guys are going to just copy it. It's not plagiarizing, but it is plagiarizing. Proportion. Don't round. You don't round any of these numbers, people. Do not round. You heard from me. Do not round. 09116. I'm just copying them down. Test statistic. You gotta be careful how you say that word in public. Doesn't sound correct when you say it fast. Negative 0.56063. Critical Z plus or minus 1.95. 996 and p-value 0.5755. All I did is just I copied those 4 things on my paper. Ta-da! Step 3 is complete. Four and 5 to be continued. So you guys timed it, right? It did take about 15 minutes to do one freaking problem, right? There you go. That's the bulk of the hypothesis testing. So let's summarize. We got the hypothesis statement. We are going to have this drop-down menu. We're going to find these 4 things. I'm going to enter these 4 things. I'm going to change that menu, drop-down menu key to fit my H1. I hit evaluate, and I'm just going to copy what is displayed on StatDisk. And bam, we're halfway done. Questions? Yes, someone just texted me right or chat at me. This is so long. This is so tedious. Calm down. Stand up. And there's if we weren't in a pandemic, usually at the the VA hospital, they usually hire students to do this stuff, and they pay you like $1,500 a week, I think, or $1,500 every 2 weeks, something like that. And this is all you do. You do the same thing over and over and over and over again. And they pay you this money in the summer. They paid. I did this one time, and that's all I did. I just continue to do this stuff for the doctors, the researchers at the VA, and you get paid for it. I don't know if that's happening this summer, but that's all you do. They just want interns to do this stuff. You just read the problem, identify, boom, 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 done. 1,500 every 2 weeks. Can't beat that. All right, so that's number 9. We'll continue with 9. I'll have to show you step 4 and 5 on Monday, how to do step 4 and 5. It's not that bad. So I want to make sure that you guys can understand 1 through 3. If you guys get 1 through 3, you're pretty much all right. So let's do another one. We'll do it quicker. All right. This one took long. We'll speed up the process in a bit. Y'all can do it. All right. We're gonna do Let's do number 11. What is number 11? Stem cell survey. Let's do number 11. Let's see if you guys can help me. All right, number 11. I got to do step 1. I got to write down my hypothesis statements first. All right, let me read it. Adults randomly selected for a Newsweek poll. They were asked if they favor or oppose using federal tax dollars to fund medical research using stem cells obtained from human embryos. Of those polled, 481 were in favor, 401 were opposed, and 120 were unsure. A politician claims that people don't really understand the stem cell issue, and their responses to such questions are random responses equivalent to a coin toss. Exclude the 120 who said that they were unsure, and use a 0.01 significance level to test the claim that the proportion of subjects who responded in favor is equal to 0.5. Now this one gave us, they told us the keyword variable that we're going to use for our hypothesis statement. Can anyone tell me what it is? Is it the P, the mu, or the sigma? What are we using for this problem? P, mu, or sigma? Remember, look for the word, test the claim that. Right after it is the hypothesis statement that they're telling you. So what is it? Is it P, mu, or sigma? Correct. Someone said P. Why? Because it says proportion. Hello. That's right. It says proportion. Very good. All right. What's the, oh, wow, they already got it. Geez, just super fast. What was the inequality symbol? They said equals. Damn, quick. Where does the equals to go? I don't remember where the equals went. Does it go into H0 or the H1? Equals. Yep. It goes into H0. This whole thing bothers me. Okay. Very good. Very good. Man, you guys are on fire. Jeez. What the heck? Have you done this before? Weird. Okay. This is what I have. This is what I was told in the problem. P equal 0.5. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Oh, you have to put an asterisk. Son of a biscuit. I forgot to tell you. For the statement that they provide you in the story, you have to put a little star on it. This is what was given to me on the problem. This line right there. I was told proportion equals 0.5. Put a star. I forgot to put the star on my line. That's what was told. I was told that. Therefore, the other one is 0.05. This is a two-tail test. I gotta hurry up. I'm running out of time. Step 2. Significance. Claimed proportion. What was it? Sample size? Yeah, sample size. And number of success. All right, who can tell me the drop down? What do I choose for the drop down? I gotta use that one. So I gotta use the not equal. Can anyone tell me what the significance number was? Well, actually, you know what? Who can tell me what the claim proportion is? What is my claim proportion for this problem? Hint, hint, hint. We already have the numbers. It's right above. Anyone? It's stated in your statements. That is correct. There's your number, 0.05. Those numbers you're using is your claim proportion, 0.05. All right, who can tell me the significance? What is the significance level on number 11? Aha. 0.01. Correct. What is the total number of people surveyed in this problem? Now, this one's tricky. This one you're going to have to add. What are you going to add to get the total number of people? Do I add 481, 401, and 120? Or do I add 481, 401 only? Which one do I do? Add all 3 numbers or add 2 numbers? What does it say in the problem? It says right there, it says exclude the 120. So I only have to add those 2 numbers. 481 plus 401. 882. All right, number of successes. They only want the ones that were in favor. So in favor is a success. So let's see, how many were in favor? 481. 481 is in favor. So I want the 481 as my N. No, my number of success is my X. That's my X. All right, quickly. All right, this is what I have. Not equal, 0.01, 0.5, that's where the 0.05 came from, 0.5, 882, 880, 481. Put it in stat disk. And we're going to get my sample proportion, my test statistic, my critical Z, and my p-value. Okay, I'm going to enter these numbers in to stat disk. Let me see, not equal, 0.01, 0.5, 882, 41. Quickly. All right, there you go. Sample proportion. 0.54535. Test statistic 2.69374. Z is plus or minus. You got to put plus or minus. 2.57583. Someone was asking, why is it plus or minus, sir? Look at, it's a two-tailed test. You have one on the left, one on the right. That's why it's two-tailed. You have two answers. They just wrote it as plus or minus. Whenever you have a two-tailed test, you will have this plus or minus business because it's, you get shadings on the graph that's on the left side, on the right side. That's why you have two numbers. And there you go. Booyah! Perfect timing. Look at that. Right on the dot. Quick and swift. All right. So we will continue doing this on Monday, and then we'll do step 4 and 5. And then once you see the pattern, it's the same process over and over again. This is the shell. You're gonna that's the shell of it. This is the shell of 8.2. You're gonna fill in these, you're gonna get these numbers. Fill in that, fill in that, fill in that. It's the same setup over and over again, and you'll get it. And then when we do 8.3, this changes to a mu. This stays the same. You're going to be asked to find a couple more things. This stays the same, and then you'll have other stuff. So that's how it goes. All right, so we are done for today, people. We will continue on. I'm going to get you guys ready for the final. You got to follow these steps. You got to follow those steps. If you want to get 100 on your final, you got to follow all these. You got to show all these steps in your final, and you can get your 100 on your final. You got to show all your steps. Okay, I'm on the chat early today. Bye. Someone left already. How dare they? Who left? I think we should dock off like 1,000 points off your test. What do you think? Is that a good idea? And then we'll give Erica a 1.